as well, you will hear a lot of different people tell you different things. Like they'll tell you you should be doing this. You'll tell you that you should like pursue this instead or do that. You need to be confident in what the Lord has called you and who He has called you.
Here she is. Hi, pretty girl.
How are you?
Hey, Ma. Good. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. Of course. I just gotta get one thing. Hold up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I was like, I gotta get your bio. Hey, sis.
Let me get my lighting together.
Oh, okay.
Because I just noticed that. I didn't even get that. Okay.
Thank you guys for joining. I'm so excited
Hi.
to have you, Nye.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So let's get this introduction done right. Okay. All right. So Miss Ni'feasah Shanae is a 23-year-old entrepreneur and content creator from West Philadelphia.
Yeah.
She is making her way into the beauty business while also sharing her faith with the world. Her goal in life from her youth is to leave her footprint in the world by helping people in a way that'll impact them forever. Mm-hmm. And God has anointed her to do just that and more. Let us welcome Ni'feasah. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for your yes and sharing your testimony.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, honestly. I love to know y'all. I really do.
I love you, girl. I love you so much. All right, so let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to ask you to share a time where you had to step out on faith.
Okay. So the time I would say it was, when I started content creation back in, I believe May we started. And I feel like that was a step in faith because I never, ever, ever, ever thought I would be doing content creation and creating content for different people in ministry and helping them, successfully launch it or to get their ministry on different platforms or pushed out to the world. And I never thought I was that creative to do so. I'm gonna be honest. So that's why I never was like, I'm gonna do it, because I was like, I don't think I'm so creative. And the Lord was just like telling me to trust Him in it, and I was like, it felt kind of heavy because not only you're like telling me you trust you, but I also have to like trust the situation, trust everything that's going on, trust stewarding what you're giving me, and trust how it will help me as well as help them. Right. And it took a lot of humility, and it took a lot of like Him pulling on me like daily, like I need you to do this, or I may have dreams about doing that, or so it was like it was a time to step out on faith, and it was kind of like scary a little bit, especially because you're trusting me with somebody else's ministry and they're doing it unto you. So that means I have to be even more diligent with it because it's not just for them, but it's for the kingdom. So that's what I had to step out on faith with that. And yeah, I wouldn't say too much with my business because I always know I was going to be an entrepreneur, but actually launching it was a step of faith as well, because sometimes I say I'm going to do stuff and don't do it. And this time I was actually like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to successfully, like, I'm going to launch it. I'm going to put some thought into it. And I even had to take it down at one point and like rebranding it and reshaping it. Like I'm still doing that, but it's still like the process and the promise in it, and still taking steps into like studying it and looking into it, and like just being more creative with that. And that's, God really has showed me that I'm actually very creative. I just have to actually put my mind to it and trust in Him. Right. So that's when I had
exactly it. Because we're all creators, right? We're all mini creators because we're made in His image, and that's the first thing God told us about Himself, that He's a creator. Mm-hmm. And so we, made in His image, we're also creators, and He's given us so many gifts and so many skills that we don't even sometimes realize that we have. But it's when we start to really use those gifts that He starts to show us like how to use it, and like the power that it has. has, like even with Moses and his staff, like Moses had a staff because he was a shepherd, but he
Mm.
didn't realize the power that was within that staff. Like he
Yeah.
had that gift all along, but he didn't realize the power of it. And I think that's actually what is just manifesting through you with content creation. And not only are you doing your own content, but you're doing other people's contents as well. And also, just to touch on what you said about your business, you know, the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship is that, yeah, it comes with its struggles as well. But the thing about it is that we just can't stop, right? We just have to continue. So even though you had to pause it, you're just pausing it for a minute, but you're going to continue to push forth and step into the calling that God has for you. And continue to persevere through whatever trials that you may face as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so that was, yeah, especially because I think we all get kind of discouraged when it comes down to like shutting it down. And it could be very discouraging because like this was where my finances was coming in. This is like, but this is like where my provision was, or what I thought, but my provision was really in God. So shutting it down was like, it was like, okay, but it also gave me more perspective. Now I see better. So I'm like, okay, I actually seen where my content was all over the place. And now it's getting like, it has a track, it has a purpose now. And just a lot of different things. And I can also just shout out my mentor because she helps me with everything. And she's the one who called me and be like, this was wrong. You know, this was off. So I'm like, you know, so it helps me. God is like helping me. I have help all over. Like, so I'm really, really just grateful for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to my sis Nina. Thank you, Coach Dion. Yes, Coach Dion said you cannot stop. Adrian said learn and discern. That's what's up. So let's just jump into the second question. So for all the people that's watching now, thank you guys so much for joining. And for everyone that'll watch the replay, if there's someone right now watching and they are afraid to take that leap of leap of faith, and they're afraid to step out on faith, what would you say to them?
Okay, so I would say to them what God has been saying to me for a whole year, and that is to just be confident. Be confident because whatever God has called you and whatever he did, be confident in him that he will help you to pursue it, to push it out. Be confident in his word. Be confident in even yourself. God had to help me a lot with that. Like I had to learn to be confident in him that he will provide these things and that he will give me the sight, the creativity, the provision, the money, whatever I needed. And to be confident in yourself because it's more to you than what you know. And sometimes you just have those things in you that need to be stirred up. And then when you allow God to stir it up, then you'll be able to like go forth and, you know, push beyond what you thought your limit was. So be confident and still take that leap of faith. Even like, I don't want to say don't be sure. The Bible tells us so many times. I've been reading it and come across be confident so much lately. And I feel like it's because that's what God has been telling me. But be confident. That's what I would tell you. That's what I would tell you. Have total trust and assurance in God. You really need that, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, especially if you're doing anything in ministry. You definitely want to have your confidence, especially because as well, you will hear a lot of different people tell you different things. Like they'll tell you you should be doing this. You'll tell you that you should like pursue this instead or do that. You need to be confident in what the Lord has called you and who he has called you. So that's what I would say. Be confident and you'll be able to do whatever it is. And even if it's like you start off a little shaky, God will straighten that up because he did for me.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And we know that like our confidence comes from our creator and that we have the Holy Spirit within us. And so we can't fail, you know, we can't fail because we have God literally within us. And as long as we're in his will and aligned with what he's calling us to do, like we could definitely be confident in that. You know, the same power that raised Jesus from the grave it lives within us. And so be confident in that. I love that. I love that you shared that.
Yes.
Thank you, babe, for tagging her. I always forget to
thank you. Thank you.
All right. So how can people, I should have worn your lip gloss. I wasn't even thinking. You have it on right now?
I do. This is I'm thinking about bringing this back because I actually have a lot more colors that's about to come out and they are nude, so they will be apparent to those who are I don't want to say my skin color,
Uh-huh.
but it will also for others, but mainly it's for mine because I want us to be able to have colors that pop on us, that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So this was one of the ones where I first started. But I think I might bring it back, but it depends. I don't want it to clash with none of the colors or be the same as one of the colors that I already have. So when I start making them, I'll see if this one come back. But this is one. This one was called Coco.
Coco. Okay.
Caramel.
I don't think I have that one. But I have the red one and like the clear ones, and like my daughter, I sent you a picture. My daughter is always on in it. Like she won't leave my stuff alone.
Yeah.
So let everyone know like how they could like keep in touch with you and to support your business when you do relaunch.
Okay, so my business, if you want to support that, it's chosen by beauty _ on Instagram. We do put out different content. I'm going to start putting out more on skincare and like what the business is doing. But you can kind of stay on that journey with me there or on YouTube as well, because I'm doing most of my ministry and like actually the ministry part of the business on YouTube, and that's also chosen by beauty. But if you want to just get in contact with me personally, just to talk to me, because I'm very open to talking to people if you need any advice or just want somebody to talk to, you can, Adrian had put my name in there, is Ni'feasah Shanae, and you can talk to me either that way. And I'm also an overseer of a ministry, so make sure you can follow Ships That Don't Sink, as well as I think it's stds.unsinkable on Instagram, and you can just follow up on any. You can catch me on those pages. That's where I am all the time. So yeah, that's how you will be able to contact me.
Yes. And I know just even with Ship That Don't Sink right now, you guys, we're going to be doing the war, right? On the 31st.
Yes, we have next Tuesday, the day of war, and it's free sign up, so you can sign up through Ships That Don't Sink or bio. Yeah, you also get a free downloadable of how to pray with scriptures, and so it's a lot. And if you want to join our ministry, you can also join by clicking our link in the bio. You can also reach me there as well, and my mentor as well. And she also was on this testimony Tuesday before.
Yes. My sister Nina. All right, yeah. So thank you so much, Nai. I really appreciate you coming, sharing your testimony, and just encouraging others to really take that leap of faith, step out on faith, having confidence to step out on faith. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the very next step. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys, God willing, next Tuesday for another Testimony Tuesday.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you for having me. Bye, y'all.
Of course. Thank you for your guests.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.